The story begins several years after the Tournament of Power. We see Goku, who was getting ready for what would be a harsh training session. It's been months since I last saw Vegeta. I wonder if he's free to train. Chi-Chi interrupts him, looking a little upset. Bulma told me she's got Vegeta busy in his role as a husband. You should do the same, Goku. But Chi-Chi, it's been a long time since I've trained like before. I can't neglect my training in case any threat appears. I've had to save Earth several times. And many times you're the one who caused those threats. That would be another discussion, Chi-Chi. He laughs, already planning to train for a year inside the hyperbolic time chamber. At that moment, they see Goten, who is having breakfast. If Uncle Vegeta is in training, I can go, Dad. Goku and Chi-Chi are both surprised by the boy's words. I don't have a problem with that, son, but I doubt your mother will agree. In fact, the hyperbolic time chamber is not just any place, it's very dangerous. But, Dad, remember that a few years ago, I went into the chamber with Trunks to train? Goku hesitates, but he doesn't dislike the idea of training with Goten. However, Chi-Chi at first refuses outright. Gohan turned into a savage because of those trainings. You're going to do the same thing to Goten. After several hours and attempts, Goku and Goten finally managed to convince Chi-Chi. I'll come pick you up this afternoon, Goten. Goku leaves. Goten, excited, tells Trunks that he's going to have a harsh training session in the hyperbolic time chamber. In turn, Trunks also asks Vegeta if they can train there, but the prince refuses flatly. Even though Vegeta also had training in mind, he still saw Trunks as too young to spend a full year training in that dimension. Maybe in a few years, I'll consider it. Trunks is disappointed. Vegeta, for his part, knowing that Goku would be using the hyperbolic time chamber, is planning to train on another world. The prince still longed to far surpass Goku's power, and to do that, he tried different training methods. Hours later, we see Vegeta checking his ship before leaving. Bulma scolds him. You've got the whole planet Earth to train on. Why do you need to go somewhere far away? My training methods are sometimes extreme. Or do you want me to accidentally destroy Earth? Before leaving, they see the shadow of a figure approaching. It's Piccolo, who asks Vegeta to let him come along to the world. Vegeta hesitates. Even though Vegeta usually followed every strict training plans, he knew Piccolo's level was considerable. That world is not just any place. I'm putting my life at risk. I'm in condition to train or fight on any planet. Vegeta nods, but on the condition that they bring some food for the trip. Vegeta, even if it's only for a few days, this time I'm going prepared. If something happens, at least I won't die of hunger. Piccolo accepts, and after a few minutes, he returns with several portions of food that would last for months. Bulma watches through the window and sees that Vegeta is accompanied. At first, she thinks it's another woman. She feels relieved when she sees that it's the Namekian. Have a good trip, boys. Just then, little Trunks returns and asks if he can go with them on that trip. Are you crazy, boy? On this trip, I might not come back alive. Bulma gets angry. Vegeta, don't be so harsh. So the prince promises his son he'll train with him on Earth as soon as he gets back. Or, who knows, maybe we'll train in the hyperbolic time chamber. Trunks nods, excited. I've set the table so we can eat. And so, Vegeta and Piccolo head at full speed toward that world while they have lunch. On the way, they see Goku and Goten flying at great speed. Looks like Goku. He seems to be in a hurry and he's with someone else. That's right, the other one is Goten. They're going to train in the hyperbolic time chamber. We cut to the god of destruction, who is having lunch. Well, looks like they've served my favorite food today. As usual, Beerus and Whiz eat a huge feast. Beerus is in a good mood, even quite eager to train, meditate, and carry out his duties as a deity. However, that same afternoon, he suddenly feels a light stomachache, a pain that intensifies as the minutes go by. Are you alright, sir? Do you need any medicine? Beerus refuses. Don't worry, Whiz, I'll be fine. The god of destruction senses that this might be caused by something external, a bad omen. That suspicion is confirmed by the oracle fish, who asks to see Beerus. Now I understand everything. What happened, sir? You look strange. Don't scare me. The oracle fish seems to have seen something. Beerus and Whiz are worried. It had been years since the last warning. I hope it's not bad news. My warnings don't always mean something bad, Lord Beerus. Hearing that, the god relaxes. But this time, it is something bad. What? Damn it! Just say it already. I don't want you playing mysterious now. I forgot. The oracle fish bursts out laughing. How can you forget? Are you kidding me? I'm sorry. The Oracle Fish thinks for a few minutes. I remembered, Lord Beerus. It seems that a terrifying being will wreak havoc. You'd better prepare for anything that might happen. I need more details. If you don't stop it in time, it could cause a catastrophe. Who is it? Where does it come from? What does it look like? That I don't know. Beerus thanks the Oracle Fish for the warning, but is still irritated. Your predictions are getting weaker every time, Oracle Fish. Show some respect for my work, God of Destruction. Beerus returns and tells Whiz what happened. Both the Angel and the God of Destruction start investigating with Whiz's staff. But at first, they don't find anything suspicious. Have you checked planet Earth? I have, sir. There doesn't seem to be anything strange there either. Meanwhile, Goku and Goten arrive at Dende's temple on Earth. The Namekian is surprised to see them. What a surprise, gentlemen. Long time no see. I knew you were flying around nearby, but I didn't think you'd come here. Goten has been asking me for a long time to enter the other dimension. I remember when he went in with his friend Trunks to try to defeat Majin Buu. I'm sure that with your training, he'll come out unbelievably strong. That's the idea. At that moment, they see the sky light up with a powerful flash. Everyone looks up, surprised, as someone arrives on Earth. It's the Angel Whiz. Goku is surprised and greets him enthusiastically. Dende and Mr. Popo, however, are serious. They know that if such an important deity as Whiz shows up without warning, it can only mean some kind of trouble. Whiz, what brings you here? I haven't heard from you or Beerus in months. Did something happen? Is something wrong? I just wanted to check if everything was in order here. That makes me feel more at ease. You came to the right place. The guys here will give you the best hospitality. I'm only here for a few minutes. They require your presence at Beerus' temple. Mine? The saiyan is surprised. I hope this isn't some kind of trouble. I was just about to enter the hyperbolic time chamber. It will only be for a few hours, Son Goku. Then I'll personally bring you back. They all know he can't refuse a direct request from the Angel, although Goku has a very good relationship with the gods. Goku tells Goten that he'll be back in a few hours, and that, meanwhile, he'll stay with Dende and Mr. Popo, and they'll explain the dangers of training in the other dimension. Goten nods. Dende and Mr. Popo, even if they don't show it, know deep down that Whiz's sudden arrival could be a warning. They prepare a big feast for Goten while they wait for Goku to return. Meanwhile, at Krillin's house, we see the warrior resting with Android 18. They had planned to take some time off, far from battles. Then, someone rings the doorbell. Krillin finds it strange, since he had told all the neighbors not to visit him, because he was going to take a few days off. When he goes to the window, he sees that it's Yamcha. What is this guy doing here? Krillin is confused. He had also told all the Z-Fighters that he wouldn't be available. Yamcha, what brings you here? I think I was pretty clear that I was going to take a vacation. Yamcha looks more serious than usual. I need to talk, seriously. I hope this isn't some stupid thing, Yamcha. 18 and I are already packing our bags to leave. It'll only be a few minutes. I don't know if you've noticed, but I think something's going on. I saw Vegeta and Piccolo get on a ship together. I followed them all afternoon. They probably went shopping. Maybe they didn't want to waste energy flying. Flying can even get your clothes dirty. I think you're exaggerating. No way! I saw their ship leave the planet, and as if that weren't enough, a few minutes later I saw Goku and his son heading for Dende's temple, and then a flash of light landing on the same temple. All of this without telling us anything. Krillin thinks, if all that happened on a single day, then maybe something is going on that they haven't told us about. Now you see I'm not exaggerating, we have to go investigate. I guess I'll have to cancel my vacation, but before anything else, we have to go get Gohan. He's probably studying and doesn't know anything either. Yamcha nods. The two of them fly off to find Gohan, who is on his way home. Gohan is surprised to see them. He's exhausted after having spent hours studying. Guys, what are you doing here? If you want to train, I'm not available. I need to rest and keep studying. I've got important exams in a few days. Yamcha and Krillin tell Gohan everything that's happened, but Gohan reassures them, telling them that it's all just coincidence and that the others, Goku and Vegeta, are simply following their training plans. He tells them to call him if any serious problem appears. Gohan says that mostly, so they'll let him rest. As usual, Gohan is relaxed. It's been a long time since any real threat appeared. Yamcha and Krillin say goodbye, but they keep investigating on their own. In the ship, Piccolo is still not sure where exactly they're going. Hey, Vegeta, do you even know what planet we're heading to? Vegeta stands up and looks out the window. I remember when I was a kid and worked for Frieza's forces. Once I landed on a huge planet full of vegetation and scenery, but it also had inhospitable areas, capable of withstanding any power or attack. A perfect place to train, a planet 50 times bigger than Earth. Although Piccolo hadn't traveled much around the universe, that region sounded familiar to him. I don't remember clearly, but I think I've passed through that area. I'm not sure there's a planet with those characteristics nearby. I don't have the exact location, but I'm sure it's less than an hour away. The prince insists. Everyone knows Vegeta hates being contradicted. So we came on this trip without precise coordinates? Piccolo speaks angrily. Like I said, I've got a good memory, and I'm sure it's close. Vegeta insists mostly out of pride. Deep down, he knows he miscalculated. And just like Piccolo said, there's no planet with those characteristics in that area, which triggers a heated argument between them. Vegeta keeps saying they'll arrive in an hour, but this trip has already taken 7 long hours. That's not a huge amount of time, but flying in Bulma's ship, which doesn't have enough technology for such a long journey, can become dangerous. Then, they finally begin to make out that massive world. That's the planet where the threat the gods warned about will be born, something Vegeta and Piccolo still have no idea about. Meanwhile, Goku is heading with Whiz towards Beerus' temple. During the whole trip, the Saiyan tries to pump Whiz for information, but the angel refuses to speak, insisting they must first arrive at Beerus' sacred temple. Goten, for his part, is excited, waiting for Goku to return so they can enter the hyperbolic time chamber. That's when Yamcha and Krillin show up, still investigating. At this point, they're suspicious of everyone. Dende sees them and kindly offers them lunch, which they gladly accept. The food is delicious, but in a few minutes, we have to keep investigating. Dende laughs and explains everything that has happened. Even so, they still wonder why the angel and the god of destruction are looking for Goku. Dende and Mr. Popo can't say much because they don't want to worry little Goten. It's Yamcha who doesn't watch his words and tells Goten that he should train as hard as he can in the other dimension in case some threat tries to kill them all. Everybody gets mad at Yamcha, but Goten doesn't get scared. In fact, he's more excited than ever. There's no doubt this boy is just like his father. Though luckily, he doesn't talk all the time or eat as much as Goku. Meanwhile, Gohan gets home. He's exhausted, but he keeps thinking about what Yamcha and Krillin told him. I'm going to take a long nap. He tells Chi-Chi that and goes to sleep. The Saiyan manages to rest, but he has several nightmares. Deep down, he senses a kind of looming threat that won't let him recover fully. After a couple of hours, Gohan gets up. Chi-Chi prepares him a snack and, as soon as he finishes, he flies off at full speed. Gohan isn't going to sit around doing nothing. He decides to go investigate as well. And he runs into Krillin and Yamcha just as they're arriving at Dende's temple. Yamcha and Krillin, "Took you long enough to finally get moving." The Z-Fighters greet Gohan. Goten is happy to see his brother and asks if he's also going into the hyperbolic time chamber. Gohan says no. He plans to investigate what's going on. Dende tells everyone that he doesn't have any information about a possible threat, so the Z-Fighters decide to visit Master Roshi. The old man sometimes surprises us. He seems to know and sense things no one else does. Yamcha, Gohan, and Krillin fly at full speed towards Master Roshi's house. When they arrive, they're surprised to find no one there. It's strange, since Master Roshi only leaves if it's to meet with the other Z-Fighters. For a moment, they fear the worst. Maybe he's passed away. Just then, the door swings open.
I go for a swim in the ocean, and you already think I'm dead?
The old master shouts angrily. Everyone is relieved to see him alive. The Z-Fighters explain the situation to him and tell him about their suspicions of a possible threat. Master Roshi, true to his style, jokes about it, but they keep insisting, practically forcing him to take it seriously. Master Roshi stares at the sea for several minutes, under the attentive gaze of the Z-Fighters.
Interesting.
Tell us, Master, what did you see?
Well, I don't have the ability to clearly see faraway places, but I can advise you that Vegeta and Piccolo must not make that trip under any circumstances.
What trip are you talking about?
Damn it, they left several hours ago. They were headed to another planet. Or maybe it's just some crazy feeling of mine. I can't be sure. That's all I can tell you.
The Z-Fighters thank the old master and leave. I didn't know Master Roshi had that kind of ability. Next time I'll ask him if the girl I'm dating is really the one for me. Beerus' temple, Goku and the angel arrive, and the Saiyan is immediately questioned by the god of destruction.
Things have calmed down for a while, and now you idiots are causing trouble again.
I don't know what you're talking about, Lord Beerus. Did something happen?
Don't lie to me. Even the Oracle Fish warned me and confirmed my suspicions that something happened in that sector of the universe. It's impossible that it isn't the Saiyan's fault.
Goku denies it again. Honestly, I don't know what you're referring to. I was planning to train in the hyperbolic time chamber, but I didn't know anything about a threat. If we had gotten into trouble, I wouldn't have any reason to hide it. He glances at the angel. I think Lord Goku is telling the truth. Maybe this time the Saiyans weren't the responsible ones, Lord Beerus. Goku thinks for a moment. Maybe that threat is Frieza. Goku still doesn't understand what's going on. Beerus shakes his head.
Frieza took 3 years of vacation. Believe it or not, I've got privileged information on the strongest warriors in this universe. Or are you doubting my information?
No, Lord Beerus. It's just that…
Say it. Say you doubt me. Damn you.
I haven't felt any threatening presence lately. Maybe the Oracle Fish was wrong.
That fish may exaggerate and have 1,000 flaws, but he never makes a mistake. You're staying here to train until we're sure it's not a real threat. I'll order food for a huge banquet.
To his surprise, Goku refuses. I have to go back. I promised I'd train in the hyperbolic time chamber, Lord Beerus.
You dare refuse the training of a god of destruction?
Beerus gets angry, but Goku suggests he call another Z fighter. The god of destruction accepts on the condition that he bring another Saiyan. Goku thinks he knows Vegeta is not available, so the only option left is Gohan. Goku nods and promises Beerus that another Saiyan will come. Whiz and Goku return to Earth, leaving Beerus with even more doubts. Beerus was more serious than usual. Looks like there really is a threat. It's been a long time since the Oracle Fish last called him. No one yet suspects that Vegeta and Piccolo will become the main cause of that threat. They arrive in that solar system. There are only 100,000 kilometers left before reaching the planet. But then, something unfortunate happens. The ship reaches its energy limit. It starts to fail. If they don't land somewhere in time to refuel, they'll be stranded in space and almost certainly die. They're forced to land on that world's moon, a moon that still holds life and even seems like a planet of its own. They manage to land on this habitable moon, and up in the sky, they can see that immense world they were aiming for. Vegeta gets angry. They'll have to wait 5 hours for the ship to recharge its energy. Even so, they don't see the place as entirely bad. Everything changes when Piccolo realizes that what seemed like a small planet is actually the moon of that giant world. The Namekian doesn't know it yet, but this could be a problem for the Saiyan Prince. As is well known, moons sometimes have side effects on Saiyans' bodies, although that happens only in very rare cases. Just as they can turn into great apes, different moons can awaken other hidden powers. Aware of this, Vegeta begins to feel strange, as if his body's rhythm were changing.
I think this place is changing something in my body. Don't even think about turning into some giant monster right now.
Piccolo watches him suspiciously. There are still several hours left for the ship to finish recharging. With great effort, Vegeta manages to stabilize his energy, although he already feels a different ki emanating from him. That lunar planet is small, but some landscapes can be seen in the distance. The place radiates absolute peace. They light a campfire and, while they talk, 2 hours go by. 3 hours still remain. You know, I thought it'd be best to just stay here and rest, but I'm curious to see more of this place.
I was going to say the same thing. If you're feeling better, it wouldn't hurt to walk around a bit until the ship is fully charged.
The atmosphere grows heavy, as if a dense energy were filling the area. They split up and each one walks off to explore that world. It's a perfect place to walk because of how calm it feels. Planet Earth, we see Goku and Whiz returning. Alright, son Goku, I'll leave you here. Now, I have to take another Saiyan to train at Lord Beerus' temple. I'm sure Vegeta will be more than happy to train with the God of Destruction. I have to confess, Lord Whiz, Vegeta isn't on Earth right now.
What? What do you mean he isn't here?
The angel turned serious. Right now, he's training on another planet, far away from Earth. Whiz is frustrated. Beerus' orders were clear. He had to bring a Saiyan to train. And your son, Gohan, he's also one of the strongest Saiyans. Honestly, I doubt he'll want to train, but since it's a summons from the gods, I don't think there'll be a problem. If you want, I can try to convince him.
Don't worry, son Goku, I'll convince him.
Goku nods. I'll go train for a year in the hyperbolic time chamber. On Earth, that'll only be one day. When I come out, I'll be on alert for any threat. Goku returns to Dende's temple to enter the hyperbolic time chamber with Goten, while Whiz goes off to find Gohan. Meanwhile, Gohan, Yamcha, and Krillin are together, drinking something and waiting for the Saiyans to arrive.
Hey guys, I think I sensed a powerful key coming to the planet.
It's my dad's key.
Looks like he made it back on Earth. It feels like he's heading to Dende's temple. Maybe we overreacted thinking there was a threat.
I wouldn't be so sure. Vegeta still hasn't come back. Remember that Master Roshi warned us that he shouldn't go on that trip? Zeno-sama's palace. We see the little god, who has had a premonitory dream. In it, he saw the face of a powerful being from the universe of Beelzebub.
Grand Priest, how are things in that universe?
I don't see anything strange, my lord. Did something happen? Maybe it was just a nightmare. I think it's because you've eaten too much sugar this week, my lord. The guards burst into laughter. Zeno-sama laughs as well, although deep down he knows this could mean a potential threat. However, this time, since he's busy with other tasks, the little god decides not to intervene, at least for now. Ever since the universe of Beelzebub won the Tournament of Power, Zeno has been keeping up with what's happening in that universe. Back at Dende's temple, Goku arrives ready to finally go in with his son. Goten celebrates when he sees his father return. Before you enter that dimension, Goku, I need to talk to you. The Namekian is serious. He asks Goku what happened and why the gods seem so worried. To be honest, we still don't know, not even the gods. I've been thinking, and maybe the best thing would be to cancel this trip into the hyperbolic time chamber. Dende shakes his head. I don't think a single day will be a problem. You'll have a full year in there to train and come out stronger. Goku feels relieved by Dende's words. Don't worry, Kami. The gods are keeping an eye on everything right now, and Gohan will be a big help if something happens. Even though Goku's words calm Dende and Mr. Popo, they know that Goku's absence for so many hours could be risky if a threat appears. Goten is thrilled to enter that dimension and is the one who opens the door. Goku says goodbye to Dende and goes in with his son. However, in the time it takes them to go in and close the door, a tragedy occurs. Overcome with excitement, Goten slams the door shut without controlling his strength and breaks a large portion of it. This is not just an accident. It could mean the death of both of them in that dimension. On the other side, the door on Earth's side appears intact, so Dende and Mr. Popo continue their routine as usual. Goku can't believe what he's seeing. His son has accidentally destroyed the door that connects the two dimensions. The Saiyan rushed at the door and tries to force it open, only causing more damage. Large pieces of the door fall away, completely destroying the link between the two dimensions. Goku falls to his knees on the ground, and so does Goten. The young Saiyan, having entered that place, knows perfectly well that the connection to Earth has been destroyed. Goku has the mentality to endure any scenario, but he's worried about the fact that he's with his small son and the trauma that being trapped for years could cause him. Goku stands up quickly, and the first thing he does is calm Goten down, promising him that they'll find a way out of that dimension no matter what. Bad memories invade the boy's mind. Goten already knows what it's like to be trapped in that place, remembering when he went in with Trunks and Majin Buu was forced to open a portal so they could escape. Lunar Planet, we see Piccolo among some trees. He has found some fruit, even though it's not advisable to eat something unknown from another planet. The Namekian risks trying them and is surprised by their amazing taste. This is incredible. The fruit from this small world is delicious. I'll take plenty. I'm sure Vegeta will love them. Piccolo returns to the ship and, curious, notices that the prince's energy has decreased. Piccolo is sure Vegeta simply lowered his ki on purpose. There's still 1 hour left before the ship finishes charging. When a few minutes go by and he still has no sign of Vegeta, Piccolo goes to look for him. Since the prince's energy is so low, it's very hard to locate him. He finally finds him lying unconscious. Just as he suspected, that world has awakened part of the Saiyan's savage instincts. However, this time what stands out most is a strange dark energy that seems to be taking over the prince. As is well known, Vegeta is prone to falling under these kinds of dark energies that often surround inhospitable planets like this one. Piccolo notices it almost immediately. As soon as Vegeta lifts his head, the prince's face looks different. His attitude, his aura, and above all, his gaze have changed. Still, at first Vegeta seems calm, even speaking in a relaxed tone, but all of that seems to be hiding other intentions. I guess the ship is ready. There's still an hour left. Seeing him so calm, the Namekian lets his guard down a little. I can't wait to start training on that world. Piccolo turns to look at the huge planet in the sky. That's when the prince suddenly launches himself at Piccolo at high speed and lands a powerful blow to the Namekian's neck. Piccolo goes flying and crashes hard against some rocks. The prince's appearance begins to change, turning into what looks like a different transformation. It's like a mixture of Ultra Ego, but in a wild feral version. Piccolo, almost by a miracle, manages to get up. He was saved only by a quick movement of his head. With his experience, he knows perfectly well that Vegeta's blow was meant to kill him. Piccolo knows he must never fully trust Vegeta, but now he also understands clearly that the Saiyan Prince is under the influence of dark energies. Piccolo is stunned by Vegeta's new, evil appearance and by his power and energy, which feel up to 5 times greater than before. Hyperbolic time chamber. While only a few hours pass on Earth, several weeks have gone by inside the chamber. We see the Saiyan cooking. As the days go by, Goku becomes calmer. He has a clear plan. They'll leave that place by creating a dimensional portal, even if that means dying by using too much energy. Still, Goku knows that doing that requires prior mental training. For the first time, the Saiyan has a strict schedule. Exact days for training, for rest, and finally the days he'll dedicate to trying to create the dimensional portal. Goten fully trusts his father and is more than ready to start training. Being trapped in that dimension makes the experience harsher and more brutal, and even though it's extremely exhausting, it toughens them mentally. When they've been there about a month, the training truly begins. Unlike their earlier sessions in the chamber, this time Goku is mostly serious. What Goten says next surprises him. "I'm also ready to put my life on the line to grow stronger and help create the dimensional portal." Goku nods, though deep down he knows he's not capable of harming his son. That will depend on how much Goten evolves. Only if Goten shows a truly overwhelming power will Goku consider him a potential rival. Their stay in the hyperbolic time chamber is marked by tragic events, something Goku already senses. Even so, both the Saiyan and his son are more than excited to start fighting. Goku's first order is that their initial training be focused on meditation and raising their energy level, especially to synchronize themselves with the dimension. Goku is surprised when he notices how much power Goten releases, to the point where he thinks his son might have the same dormant power Gohan once had. However, Goten is different. At all times, he keeps his enthusiasm and his determination completely intact.